This Tampa team so resilient in the playoffs following a loss. Look at their record since the start of 2020, 12-0, and they poured on offensively. Over 4 goals a game, and the defense is stout. The power play works, and tonight everything was clicking. 8-0 the final in game number 5. For more on this one, we head back down to Tampa to Billy Jaffe and Eddie O.
All right, Edzo, if that was a horse race, how many would that horse have won by?
Yeah, Secretariat Lake in the Belmont way back in the early 70s. Look, for Tampa Bay, they got all the bounces tonight, Billy. We talked about it after the first period, and whatever they were doing ended up in the back of the net, and the Islanders weren't able to, to really get any bounces themselves. Now, I will say this, at 3-0, the start of the second period, yep. Islanders had a couple of great chances, some missed opportunities, great save.
Go back to the first period. They did get a lot of bounces, but they earned a lot of them, too. I thought their speed through the neutral zone was outstanding. We had them at 8 odd man rushes in the first period alone. How did they generate so much speed through the neutral zone, unlike we've seen in this series? Yeah,
well, I think one team was playing downhill and one team was playing uphill, and the team that was playing downhill was Tampa Bay. You said it, we talked about it on our broadcast on NBCSN, is the neutral zone was really the key, is that they kind of caught the Islanders in between in a neutral zone. So could they have had 4 or 5 in the first period with all those odd man situations? There was a chance when Braden Point, all he had to do was just pass the puck up to Nikita Kucherov. He would have had a breakaway from the regular season, Billy, or if it's in playoffs.
All right. People say that momentum usually doesn't carry over from one game to the next. 2-part question here. Do you think that Tampa's thrust in the third period on Long Island carried over?
Yes.
And now, yes. But with that said, does this game carry over, good or bad, into Game 6, or is this kind of like a one-and-done type thing?
Well, I would say with the outcome of the game, it's probably a one-and-done, and I think Tampa knows that they're going to have to weather a storm once they get to Long Island, because the fan base is going to be up for grabs. And they know it's a must-win situation, and the Islanders have responded all year long, all playoff long, and under the tenure of Mr. Lamoriello and Barry Trotz. So I would expect a huge pushback, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if we're back here on Friday night for Game 7.
A lot of talk today about Steven Stamkos and his line mates, Cirelli and Killorn, not having produced nearly at the level that they had done previously. Significance of
6'1" to about 6'12". I mean, really, that's just the mindset of an offensive guy. And Steven Stamkos has been, as you know, Billy, one of the best goal scorers we've had in a long time. So at the end of the day, those guys are feeling a lot better about themselves. And now they're going to go into that game knowing that they're going to score, not hoping that they're going to score like what's taking place. Because games 3 and 4, they were very, very quiet. And that's playoff hockey, though.
They were on a mission. They came out on a mission. Significance of Matthew Barzal doing what he did.
Look at it all started in front of the net with Pajot and Ruda going at it. He catches him with the shaft of the stick up around the head area. So I think for the Islanders and Matthew Barzal, I think they're hoping for a fine, and that's it.
Right.
But look, I think there's serious footage there to warrant a suspension for Matthew Barzal, and obviously that would be a big loss. But again, the National Hockey League will decide that.
All right, lastly, you talked about how you wouldn't be surprised if we ended up back here, given how the Islanders have played. Is this a burn the tape type of thing? Like, is there really any need for Barry Trotz to use this? Are there any teaching moments off this game?
No, I think the only thing is saying, hey, look, even when it was 3-0, this is what I would do. Mm-hmm. Even when it's 3-0, I would show them the first 4 or 5 minutes of the second period, and then you build up and say, look, if we bear down here and we don't give up the 8-man situations in the first period, we're going to give ourselves a chance. Don't beat yourselves. And the Islanders will bounce back. Now, whether it's good enough or not, I mean, that's a heck of a team that calls this place home and behind us, Billy. It should be a lot of fun to be a part of it on Wednesday night. We'll be there.
What an amazing performance, really, by the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, they came not just to play, but to play. I mean, it was game on. And lastly, I just want to say, if you had a chance to catch it, and if you haven't, you can catch it on social media. You, my friend, did an amazing job honoring a person in Tom Curvers, who you knew very well. It was tremendous. May he rest in peace. Great job. Thank you for joining us here.
Appreciate it, man.
Guys, back to you.